Howdy y'all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my Monoposto. The next season, where Matteo Nini is ahead by 7 points in front of his teammate Nikita Johnson. And then is 25 points back to Wamemo Korea, so a full race lead for P2. And obviously, Ed Carpenter Racing has ran away with the points. But let's hop into qualifying in in Japan. The reason I picked for Japan for this weekend is Long Beach weekend, and if we go back to the unifier, one of the last times IndyCar ran in Japan, it was on the same weekend, and depending on the part of the world you were in, same day as the Long Beach Grand Prix. This is a pretty wonky Japanese circuit, and honestly kind of reminds me of the shape of the country. It is nothing like Twin Ring Motegi. Well, let's ride around now with Sophia Flourish. I'll be watching her closely this race because I think that she's a very unique opportunity to be the new, most recent winner in Indy NXT. And how fitting it'd be at Japan, where Danica Patrick famously got her first and only career IndyCar win. And could this be what she needs, what Flourish needs to make the step up into big IndyCar next year? Obviously she races for my team, CTC Racing. And right now we have Jimmy Johnson, and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep him on the team for another year. I love Jimmy Johnson. He's one of my favorite drivers of all time. I was a fan of him since I was little. But I do think it would be nice to switch it up and allow him to actually retire, just like in real life, but I may give him one extra season of IndyCar. I'm not sure. It just depends on how they're doing, and I'm not going to promote Cletus McFarland up. Right now, he's basically just on this team because he's a name to have that's well known. But not too complicated of a lap now. Let's go to the overall view. There we see Miles Rose at the fastest Sector 1. So obviously he's looking and hoping to bump off the ECR cars. And there's an Andretti sitting fastest Sector 1 now. Not sure why we're only following Cletus in the world. He would go on board with Raul Fernandez. See, Michael D'Orlando, Nicholas Strati, who will be the first to set a time in this one and only qualifying lap. It's going to be Connor Zilic. It's the time to beat. And he's faster than Rowe. Gee, he's holding on. It's looking like it's going to at least be a top 10 for Zilic. Matteo Nini and Lockie Hughes bumps him off. We have an ECR car at least starting third. Okay, Zilic slowly falling back down the order. And Zilic is the only one that gets to have a cooldown lap. Nathan Nicholson looking for a good result. Nikita Johnson goes pole. And Matteo Nini starts right behind him. Because I doubt Strati is going to have what it takes. And he doesn't. So it's going to be a Nikita Johnson followed by Lockie Hughes, Matteo Nini. Is that Cletus McFarland in fourth? What? And what's his name? I cannot remember his name. That's embarrassing. You know what else is embarrassing? How long this lap is taking. Oh. Because I can't just up and end qualifying, can I? No. That's a dumb rule. Oh well. I guess I decided to end it way too late, anyways. But now let's go through the starting lineup. Nikita Johnson, like I said, starts pole, followed by Lockie Hughes, Matteo Nini, Cletus McFarland, Niles Coolin, Tomek Krushkek, Alexander Cabrera, Connor Zilic, Michael D'Orlando, Miles Rowe, Juan Manuel Correa, Ricardo Escato, Nathan Nicholson, Raul Fernandez, Morgan Burkhardt, Liam Lawson, Bryce Aaron, Max Taylor, Jordan Massigi, Enzo Fittipaldi, Sofia Flourish, Nicholas Marino, and Alejandro De Tulio. So Flores starting way back in 22nd. It would take a miracle for her to win. But I got driver photos up. They are just the national flags. We can skip the grid walk. It's not very needed. Actually, I'll let it go so you can see all the nationality flags up and on display. In case you were curious. Because I had to actually go and switch some of these drivers, like home countries that I had listed, because they were not accurate. But it's shaping up to be one heck of a race, as the Foyt car is still in the rear. I need to take a look at their settings. And I don't think I switched any of the car's liveries. I've been very busy, as you'll see in tomorrow's episode. We're going to throw them on a pair of mediums. It's not going to be the popular tire, but I think with the amount of laps, I think it should be about 7 or 8 laps. The mediums may be the right call. He's starting mid-rear field. But there you see the Bitnod car pulling ahead. And that's probably going to be all she wrote. Following Cletus McFarland, obviously with a great starting position, but having to battle cars that are on teams and programs that are way more used to running up front. So we see our other driver, Sofia Flourish, drop to the very rear. 5 laps here. I don't think the medium tire compound was as good. I think about 7 laps it'd be better. Obviously, this is more about race distance, but still. Oh, collision there. Ricardo Escato penalized. I guess he sent D'Orlando off circuit. And Flourish now fighting back for some position. She will appear clear. And there you see Fittipaldi now. As Nikita Johnson and Matteo Nini go to the very front, followed by Lockie Hughes and Niles Coolin. McFarland, Khrushchev, Zilic, Rowe, Cabrera, and D'Orlando. Escato is going to fall down the grid, assuming they stay pretty compact. And Nikita Johnson sets the fastest sector 1. Man, my eye is hurting. Nothing's appearing to be like too hectic or too I'm gonna get you on this circuit. Feels like a fairly smooth running circuit. Lockie Hughes though sets the fastest sector 2. So it's a good area for him to make up some speed as he is catching up to Nikita Johnson. Lockie Hughes caused a collision with Matteo Nini. Apparently. Jordan Massigi. Caused a collision in Nicholas Moreno and Max Taylor went around. Flores moves up into P20. But yeah, let's hope that Sector 2 is a lot better for Hughes. So you look at that time, he must have some sort of damage to where he is unable to use battery effectively for how much he's fallen off. And Nicholas Strati is not having an incredible race. He's now switching positions with Flourish. Now McFarland trying to get his spot back on Niles Coolin. But Hughes, with that 5-second penalty, is now essentially just going to be a roadblock to cars behind him catching up to those ECR Cape cars. Oh, Jordan Massey caused another collision. And you see Sophia Flourish making the move down the inside of Strati. Strati will be able to hold on to it for another set of corners. So we're already on lap 4. Wow. These races go quick when they're not wrecking, really at all. This may be the first race where we have every car complete lap. As I say that, Max Taylor tried to make me a liar. Wow. Major bumping and moving there between Max Taylor and Nicholas Marino. Does Marino have something wrong with his car? I don't see a tire down. As Nikita Johnson starts his final lap, well on his way to another victory for the ECR Cape team. And likely another 1-2 with Hughes on the podium. Flourish causing a collision, 5-second penalty. Nikita Johnson on his final lap sets the fastest Sector 1. Ooh, but now it's Coolin. Replace him, but he is multiple seconds back. He is fighting to stay on that podium after Hughes serves his penalty. Morgan Burkhart trying to catch up to Nathan Nicholson. Fast Sector 2 goes to Nikita Johnson. Will anyone else be able to bump him off from that? Because if not, it appears that he will have set the fastest lap on the final lap of the race. So he's going to be headed around to the checkered flag. Nikita Johnson will take the win and the fastest lap of the race on the final lap. Lockie Hughes steals the fastest lap of the race, which would be great for him because he's losing out on some points with being dumped off the podium. Escanto will finish outside of the points. So your points finishers are going to be set. The order is not, though. I'm not sure how much Hughes will drop down. Is that it's appearing he'll drop down to 6th or 7th. Now, but there you see Nicholas Strati finished 19th. But here is your podium for the Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach. In 3rd place, Chip Ganassi racer Nikita Johnson. Niles Coolin in 2nd. ECR Cape driver Matteo Nidi in 1st. The ECR Cape driver Nikita Johnson. So that is your podium. And here are the finishing results. In fourth, time at Khrushchev. Fifth, Cletus McFarland. Sixth, Lucky Hughes. Seventh, Miles Rowe. Eighth, Connor Zilic. And ninth, Alexander Cabrera. 10th, Michael DiOrlando. That is your points. Hughes dropped down from third to sixth. 11th, Nathan Nicholson. 12th, Morgan Burkhart. 13th, Juan Correa. 14th, Liam Lawson. 15th, Ricardo Escato. 16th, Bryce Aaron. 17th, Rolf Fernandez. 18th, Enzo Fittipaldi. 19th, Nicholas Strati. 20th, Alejandro DiTullio. 21st, Max Taylor. 22nd, Sofia Flores. 23rd, Nicholas Montero. In 24th, with 10 seconds of penalties, Jordan Masigi. And it appears that the ECR Cape team has taken an even bigger lead, but are now tied up at the top. 95 points apiece. And Lucky Hughes is way down in seventh with only 35 points. 10 points behind third place in the championship. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe and come back next episode. We are going to be racing and guitar. Thank you all and goodbye.